edition of Player Spotlight. Today, I'm joined by support for E United, not Geno. Definitely not. Don't call him Geno because he's not Geno.
Yeah, what up,
Not
bro?
Geno. I was literally about to call you Geno after that really stupid spiel I really just did. Thanks for taking the time, bro. Good to talk to you as always, Mike. Let's
Absolutely.
talk. Let's talk the early days, shall we? A young Michael Lukashin growing up near New York. I know that people may have heard your name in a previous Player Spotlight for Panda Cat because he talked a little bit about you and your brother Nick. But talk to me about the early days. Where'd you grow up, and what was that like?
So I grew up in the Bronx, and then I moved when I was 5 to Westchester, which is like an hour north from New York City. It's just suburbs, so it's pretty chill. Yeah, I played sports, played video games, did all the things kids did growing up, basically. Yeah.
You have a twin brother, Nick, who
Yes.
also plays a lot of Smite. We'll get into that in a
Yes.
little bit. But who, when you guys were playing sports and games growing up, were you always better than him? Did he have something he was better than you at?
Okay, so when it came to like one-on-one ball, like I was smoking him. Like I was smoking him. But when it came to like the team ball, like he was in there. He was we were bigs. We played center because we were tall. We were the tallest like in our class all the time. I had zero post moves. Like I was like, yo, stick me in small forward, power forward, do not put me in center. He was the center. He was fucking, his post moves were nice. He was getting buckets. I wasn't.
Listen, but you, as soon as you got a chance to square him up, you got him at the top of the key. You had him where you wanted him, right?
I did. The thing is, like, all I could do is drive, bro. He was a better shooter than me too. So he can shoot and he can post up. I was just getting inside. I did the dirty work, but it's okay. It's what it is.
Run it down a little bit. Yeah,
I D'd up. I had clamps. So.
That's what it was about. So you guys were a big basketball family, it sounds like. Not a whole lot of like baseball or football or soccer or anything?
We played soccer too. We played soccer up until the 8th grade, but in high school we played basketball mainly. Soccer, he played forward, I played defense goalie, so stuff like that. We played t-ball.
Okay. Hitting
That's
dingers?
as far as baseball got. Yeah, that's
Yeah?
as far as baseball got. I was not a baseball player.
Unlucky. That's all right. You did your
It is
best,
what
and
it
that's
is.
what matters. Yeah, it is what it
We
is
tried.
at that point. What games were you guys playing when you were younger? What video games?
Like video games? So I think when we were 5, we got Game Boys. I think that's where it all started. And then after that, we got GameCube. And then it went, PS2, PS3, PS4, and then PC. Actually, I think PC before PS4. But
Okay.
yeah, on the Game Boy, we played Mario World, Super Mario World, I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. GameCube, we had Smash Bros. We had Pokemon games. I think Coliseum. I played that a lot. PS3, PS4. I remember playing COD like nonstop. Literally, Black Ops 1 had every single gun gold. Like I was addicted. And then after that, when I got a PC, I played a lot of World of Warcraft, and I played Smite. And that's basically it. It's like the rundown of like my video game career right there.
All right, so were you smoking Nick in all those games, or could he hold his own in maybe COD or something like that?
Okay, so in COD we played different modes, and we also shared like a PS4, so we never played like with each other against each other. So I got an hour, and then he got an hour. That's how we did it up until we got PCs. That's just how our parents, made us do it. So.
Sure.
But we played COD. We played different game modes. He was like a team deathmatch player. I was more of a search player. That's what we did. When it came to WoW, he was a raider. I was a PvEer. So we were doing like always everything differently. We always like one brother picked this, so the other brother had to pick the other thing, just so we're not like exactly the same because our parents had us dressing the same. So.
Did they really? Oh no.
Yeah, up until I want to say 6th or 7th grade, we were dressing the same. No choice, no style choice whatsoever. It was the 2-for-1, and our mom just bought it.
That is so tough, man. There was a set of twins in my high school who dressed the same all the way through high school. So at least it wasn't that.
No, I'm so glad it wasn't that. It was like up until early high school, in middle school, we still had the same like clothes, just different colors. In
Yeah,
elementary school, it was the same clothes, same colors. And then in high school, we got to do whatever we want. We dress however we wanted. So that was cool.
big, absolutely
It's
huge.
big,
Whatever.
absolutely
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Whatever you guys got to high school there at the very least. So we mentioned. Wait, first of all, I wanted to ask. I actually don't know this. Do you have any other siblings, or is it just you and your twin?
I have an older sister. She is 25 or 26. Older sister. She doesn't play video games. Nothing. She's
Didn't.
just
I'm sure she really appreciated you two gaming all the time. At the very least, staying out of her hair a little bit.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Huge for her at the very least.
She was just doing her own
So
thing. We didn't really like like talk with her like all the time, but
yeah,
here and there.
that's all right. Whenever you during your non-hour of playing COD, you know what I mean. That's when you could spend
Annoying
some time
her.
with the sister. Yeah, exactly. So you guys grew up family friends. It seems like, is my understanding, with Panda Cat's family. How did you guys meet, and when was that? How far back do you guys go?
Okay, so our families have been friends before we were born, so it was like back in the day. So I mean, once we were born, like we were friends since then. So family
That's
friends, and
awesome.
we always had like the same interests and stuff like that growing up. So we were just friends our whole lives. Like we always did stuff together. We enjoyed the same stuff, so it was cool for sure. He
All right,
got us
so
into Smite, so
yeah, but way more important than Smite here. We're going back to basketball.
got
So
it. Yeah, yeah.
you were driving and you had the clamps. Nick
Yes.
had the shooting and the post
Shooting and the
moves.
post moves, yes.
Right. What was Max's game like? Describe Panda Cat's basketball game.
A lot of dribbling. A lot
Okay.
of a lot of dribble moves. Yeah, he loved making dribble moves and a
Yep.
lot of bricks. So
Yeah. Typical ADC man. All
uh,
sizzle, no flash. You know what I mean?
a lot of dribble moves, man. He used to watch a
All
lot
right.
of those the professor, I forget what his name is, but this
Yeah.
man just did dribble moves. He would imitate his dribble moves. That's it. Nah, he's better now for sure. He can shoot now, but back in the day it was just dribble moves.
That is that is literally exactly what I would have guessed for Max. That is actually so funny to me that that's
Just
exactly
dribble.
what his game was. All about that flash for Panda Cat. Still plays Smite that way to this day. So you said that Panda Cat's the one who got you guys involved in Smite. How early was that? Did he give you guys beta keys, or did you just download it whenever it was open beta, season 1? Like, when was that?
Okay, so I have an open I have a beta, the emblem, I'm pretty sure. So that means I played in beta. I took like a break. I played in beta and then took a break and I started playing again in season 3, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
So I started playing beta for a bit. And then I picked it up back in season 3, but he got me into beta. I don't think I had like a key or anything. I think I just played when it was open beta.
Okay.
So that's when I played. That's when me and Nick played. So I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
I don't know if we've said Nick, your twin brother's IGN, for people who might not know. He goes by Relentless One now, but Russian Poppy, he got he
Yeah.
was slamming a lot of rank queues on. What was the other one? It was
It's Russian Poppy, Relentless One, and then he was a Ruzies once upon a time.
Aruzies. That's what
He
it
played
was. The Acme
for
solo
Enemy.
main.
Yeah, he
Yep.
played for Enemy in season 4, early
Yep.
season 4. He played a
Yep.
few sets and then he didn't play anymore. So it's back in the day.
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Yeah.
What got you back into Smite? Was it watching your boy Max pop off and be a huge part of the Smite Pro League?
That's a lot of it. I loved watching him play. He always said that like I was like a good player, and he always like told me like you could be sick, you can play pro. So I took his word for it, and climbed up from open challenger circuit. What was it called back in the day, all the way to like
Oh, jeez.
minor league and then pro league. I went through
Yep.
all of it. So
Do you remember who was on your first team whenever you started playing?
oof, I remember 2 players. So I remember our team name. It was called Quignitas. You
Yep.
can guess one of the players from that.
That'd be
It's
Quig.
Quig.
Yep. That'd be Quig.
Yeah, and the other one was Gilly, and I don't remember the other 2. I think Quig played mid at the time, and Gilly played jungle, and I played
Okay.
support. So that's all I remember. I don't remember the other 2. And then you want me to go with you want me to just run it
Keep
down for
going.
you? Oh,
Give me the whole
my cam
give me the
is
rundown. Yeah, yeah.
my cam is going crazy. So after that, I played on a team with uh Connor or Vedium, Fino K, Sam for Soccer, and Shadow Chair in the minor league, I guess relegations or whatever. And then we played under Cryptic in the SPL. I played under Cryptic for like the
Hmm.
last two weeks, I think. And then after that, I got picked up by LG. I played with Weekend, Vedium, Kiki, and start off Keegs. And then after that, we picked up Shadow Chair. And after that, I went mid. Worst decision of my life. Awful role. Don't know how you do it.
Terrible role.
And then after that, I played SML for 2 years. And then finally, I'm back here on a United in the SPL.
Back in the gang. Back in the gang. All right, we got
Back,
to
I'm
get some
back in the
highlights
gang.
during that time though that you just talked about. Do you remember? I mean, Cryptic, like you said, it was in the SPL, but definitely near the bottom end. Only kind of hopped in towards the very end of it. LG, as I feel like when you started to get some name power as a player and started to gain some recognition, how excited were you to get that opportunity on that LG team?
It was fun. It was my first taste of the pro league, and I don't. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy competing, so for me, it was just fun to play against the best. Scrimming back then was super fun. Just getting better every day because it was like my first go at it. So I was super excited to play all the time, like games, scrims, all of that. Like really invested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
how did
bit.
you how did you end up in mid? I know you said you didn't like it ultimately, but how did you arrive at that decision?
Okay, so we're having we were having mid problems with all our mid players, and then we were trying out mid laners. We tried out Moswall, but I think he took the splice spot.
Yep.
Um, and then we had no mid laners, and I was like, I could do this. This is easy. Like, just throw me in the mid lane. Like, I'll be shitting on all these guys. Like, no problem.
Uh-huh.
No, no, it wasn't that at all. And then I regretted that decision so much. Like, it's just not a fun role for me personally. I'm just
Not when
getting
there's
dove. Can't be
mean
diving, getting
supports.
dove.
Yeah. Like supports are just so OP, junglers are so OP, like you have no options as a mid laner. What are you supposed to do? Am I right?
Die
That's all
a
you can
lot.
do.
Just die. Just get dove
I
and
remember
die.
your Zeus gameplay pretty well. That when I think of your time in mid, I remember you playing Zeus a decent amount, and I
I
respected
played
the
I played
effort.
all those. Yeah, I played Zeus. I played Opwash. It was terrible meta for me, man. I just wanted to play like Vulcan and like Kukulkan, like not
Nope.
Zeus, not Opwash, who is
Whoa,
just
whoa, whoa.
dominating every game.
Hold on. Opwash is no fun at all, and everyone doesn't like the character. But Zeus, now that's a real mid laner. You were onto something with that one at the very least. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, little didn't really work out too well for you in that situation. But then comes the infamous the boat gang. Armada is the team that you joined the next season
Oh
for
boy.
the SML. What a squad that was. Initially, it was what? It was you, Scream, right? Right. It was you,
Yeah.
Scream, Baskin, and Snoopy that all played
Mm-hmm.
together, if I remember correctly. Oh, who was
And
your? Was
Mirk.
it Solo
Don't
Patrol? Mirk, right? And of course, and
Meerkat. Don't
Meerkat.
forget Meerkat. Long
My
we were
deepest
the longest
apologies.
tenured players on the boat boys, me and Meerkat.
An absolute
Good
iconic,
times.
iconic
A
teaming
duo for sure.
between you guys. What was that like? Because obviously, you were just in the SPL under LG, but this was a team that had a ton of legitimate star power at the SPL level. I mean, you had Baskin on your team, for goodness sake. I mean, come on. What was it like playing with the Boat Boys?
A lot of fun, dude. That I love that team. I loved every second I spent in the SML. We just had a lot of fun. It was just trolling, still getting dubs, trolling,
Of course.
having fun. That's basically it. I love playing with all those guys because like we're all good friends. So at the end of the day, it's just a game, and we're just having fun playing it. So it was so fun.
What was it like to be able to make that run at the midseason invitational where you guys take down PBM in that team that was everyone thought was so good, but you guys really ran it down on them? Do you remember that set at all?
Do I remember that set? I've seen it like 15 times probably. I'm having a bad day. We click on it. We take a watch. You think I'm kidding, but I'm serious, man. I've seen it like 15 times. It was a fun set for sure. We tried some stuff, really worked out. So get the 2-0, get out of there.
So when Meerkat locks in Erlong Shen mid with double chalice, did you know that you had it in the bag at that point? Like, what point did you know you had him right where you wanted him?
I mean, he sounded so confident locking it in that I was like, you know what? Game one, that's ours. Like, we'll take that. We'll change it up for game two after we get the game one dub, obviously. So,
Naturally,
nah,
yeah.
no doubt, no doubt after the confidence in his voice that we were taking game one. That's for sure after he locked that in.
And they didn't ban Mask Rat. Like, the disrespect was unbelievable back then.
Yeah, I mean, people still to this day, have a hard time, banning Mask Rat. Like whenever he pulls it out, it's a dub. So you got to be banning Mask Rat. They know that. They know that.
Now they do. Back then, took them too long to learn. Took them too long to learn. Absolutely. A lot of the talk. I mean, so you're on Armada. You're playing with them. Then it becomes Baskin and the boys. But you, Meerkat, and Baskin really were together for quite some time. A lot of the talk was, you were on this top SML roster, but the prevailing theory was that you weren't going to the SPL because you were going to school and weren't prioritized. You were prioritizing that over Smite. Was that the case, or were you always open to the right SPL opportunity?
Uh, okay, so the position we're in right now with the whole pandemic is it's hard to like move and get players out. And I was given the opportunity to stay in school and play as long as like I can make time for scrims. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take that because I love competing, especially at the highest level. Like who doesn't? So I was always open as long as like I could do both. I could go to school and play, and with United, I'm given that opportunity. So it was like a no-brainer.
What are you
I
studying in
with both
school?
decisions.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
I said with like yeah, with both situations, like even if I didn't get a spot, I'm completely happy playing like in the SML with the gang. So either way, like I would have been it was a win-win either way for me. So go to the SPL or still play in the SML. So it was a good
Yeah,
position to be in.
definitely. So what are you studying in school?
Okay, so right now I am undergrad. I want to go to PA school. I'm in my fourth year of my undergrad, so after this, I'm gonna go to get my master's and hopefully be a PA, a physician assistant. For anybody who doesn't know what a PA is, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
plan.
That's the game
That's the
plan. But
goal.
for now, you're slamming the SPL. I mean, dream come true to get to go to the SPL with Baskin, right? I mean, you're thinking, man, do I really want to leave Baskin behind? That's an opportunity in and
I'm
of
just following
itself.
him
But now you don't
around,
have
man.
to.
I think
what
I think I am
Go ahead.
I think I am tied for Baskin's longest teammate. I might be. I might even be Baskin's longest teammate at this point. We're 3 years and
Wow.
running, or 2.5. I can't leave him. Got to go everywhere he goes. I just follow him around.
He needs you at this point, you know? You're
He
there for
does.
him. Maybe as a
He won't
punching bag
accept it though.
sometimes, but
He won't accept
he
it though.
I was gonna
He
say,
needs
talk
me
to me
though. That's
about
for sure.
you and Wooney together. Your relationship with Baskin as the iconic. Are you gonna become the Pippin to Baskin's Jordan?
Mm, no, I wouldn't go as to that far. But our relationship is good. We troll a lot. We talk a little shit. We trash talk each other from time to time. We just have a lot of fun. We're the trolling duo. When one of us starts trolling, the other one's got to start trolling too. So it's just when one starts trolling, it's just raps. It's just over. We're both like doing whatever we want, playing however we want. So it's kind of our relationship. Just having a lot of fun, I think.
Hey, the 2-for-1 special is certainly a deal for United in that respect. Was it sad leaving Meerkat behind though? I mean, you said that you've been with him since the Armada days. You and Baskin kind of just left him in the dust.
Yeah, I talked with Meerkat about it. He told me to go, go play in the SPL. Felt bad leaving him behind, but he's holding the fort down for me to return next year. So
Big.
he really is holding the fort down. I need him to. He's all that I got left down there. So
He'll be waiting for you with open arms whenever it's SML time
Absolutely.
for season 8. What's the goal for you then, Gino? I mean, if you're still planning on staying in school and not trying to stay SPL long term, but want to keep on competing, do you want to be able to make enough of a name for yourself during this time to still get those little opportunities as they come and go in the future years? What are your goals for this year?
Obviously, win worlds, right? That's everybody's goal. Just have a performance that we're proud of, and I'm proud of, and after that, like we'll see. Just go out there and compete as hard as I can, and obviously try and win. So that's the goal for this
And if you
year.
get to troll a little bit in the meantime, that's kind of a win, right?
I hope I get this role one day. I really do.
So long term, I do have to ask you. You get an opportunity. Let's say you're doing everything you want to do. You've got a chance at the SPL, and they go, "Hey, we need a solo laner to join the team. You know anybody? Are you getting your brother in there? You think that the Lukashins together would be an additive performance, or do you think that maybe it's best that you stay to separate teams?"
No, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I love him obviously, but our arguments would never end. We're really stubborn when it comes to arguing with each other, so we wouldn't get anywhere ever with anything. So if I was to leave and recommend him, I would do that, but I don't think I'd be able to play with him as much as I love him. It's just not going to work.
Your powers combined would be too great. It wouldn't even be fair. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I didn't want to
That's
say that.
right. No, I got you. I'm in. I'm telling you, bro. You and Max in the duo lane, Nick in the solo lane, and two people who don't care about getting yelled at all the time in mid and jungle. Like, how do you ever lose?
Who's yelling at them? I'm not yelling at them. Oh,
Well,
we need people to yell at us. You think
someone to keep
we
you
need
in
people
line.
to, yeah, we need someone to keep us in line.
Hey, maybe that's what the future holds for you, man. Appreciate the time. Great to get a chance to talk to you. You got any shout outs before we let you go?
Shout out Buffoonsky, one of my good friends who just started playing Smite recently. He's trying to get to the pro level. He's working hard. Shout out Max, shout out Nick, obviously.
Sure.
Shout out my family, and just shout out everybody who supports the United and is rooting for us. So that's about it.
Looking forward to it, man. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks to you all, of course, for watching at home. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and let us know who you want to see on the next episode of Player Spotlight.